Hey, I'm Penn Badgley. I'm here at BuzzFeed, and I am here to answer your burning questions. So if you haven't seen You Season 2, don't know, but there's spoilers here, so you're just gonna wanna watch this later, or spoil it for yourself if you don't have discipline of any kind. All right, this one, ooh, so hot. What was it like filming the scene where Joe cleans up Jasper's body after killing? Cleans up? Not sure about that language. Was it the most gruesome scene? Because he puts him in a meat grinder, by the way. Was it the most gruesome scene for you to film? Yes. Yeah. No, actually. So here's a spoiler. Yeah, when Delilah is dead on the floor of the cage with her throat slashed, the amount of fake blood that was required to make that look real was more gruesome. Next question. What was the original audition process like for Didn't Audition? No, I'm kidding. Well, I met Greg and Sarah. They apparently, very much wanted me for it. And it was really ultimately my conversations with them that made me overcome my pesky moral conflict over playing such a guy. But you had another part to the question. How did you hear about the project? My agent. Nothing mysterious there. One of the biggest episodes in season 2 was definitely when Joe and 40 trip on LSD. I agree. Any fun memories from filming those episodes? Yeah, that was actually the most fun for me, I think, because it was the most physical, the most strange and maniacal. Yeah, jumping out of the window was fun. We actually had to do more stunts than you see, really, so yeah, it's always fun to do physical stuff. Trying to act as though I'm like weeping and tripping at the same time. That's interesting. That's fun. It's also exhausting. Since the show is heavily based on voiceover, what's it like filming? Are there long pauses to accommodate the voiceover? Yes, there are. Or is there dialogue that is eventually cut? No, there's no dialogue. So this is something that I've gotten very good at, and or at least I'm used to it, and then all the other actors have to learn as well, which I think for them, when it's new, is always very jarring. We have somebody, this season it was my stand-in, Danny. Shout out to Danny. He's not getting paid enough because he had to do a lot more than an ordinary stand-in. He's also in the 8th episode, by the way. He is the spoiler alert man whose wife has to kiss 40. So it's a thankless role. But we were really happy to see him on camera. He reads my voiceovers. It's really strange, to be honest. It's very technical. It's not like normal acting at all. When did you find out about the love twist at the end of season 2? Did you know before you started filming this season? I did know. I found out when I first read with Victoria Pedretti, who plays Love. Greg and Sarah told me after she left the room and we were talking about, she was talented, and it wasn't up to me, but they were like, kind of including me in the process. And then Greg just said, "Do you want to know?" And I said, "Yeah, that'd help." And he's like, "All right, so she's a killer." And I was like, "Oh, interesting." But what they didn't tell me was that Joe would not like that. I just imagined like, oh, okay, so we're gonna go on some weird Bonnie and Clyde season 3 kind of thing. And maybe that still will happen, I don't know. The part that I didn't know about that I was upset about was that Joe, it is consistent with Joe, wouldn't accept Love. That really hurt my heart. But again, it's morally consistent with Joe's immorality. What's your favorite behind the scenes memory from filming You Season 2? Damn, it's like a blur, because there's so much that I have to do. For some reason, what's coming to mind is the fact that I wasn't able to work with John Stamos again, which is a deep pain. I can't talk about it. But when I saw him, I forgot that he was in it, and then I saw him and I was like, get the out of here! John Stamos is in this show, and he looks amazing in his jumper and beard. Do you think Joe definitely wants to find true love? No. And do you think, actually, okay, to be fair to his humanity, because we all need to worry about Joe's humanity more. Yeah, I think he does want to find true love, but he has no effing clue where to find it or how to, which is, like a lot of us. And do you think that he's found that with love? No. No. They both kill people, okay? How could that be true love? I don't want to police people's feelings anymore. It's really exhausting. What has it been like seeing the response to Joe online? It's been interesting. Is it odd for you to see people lusting after a character that is inherently bad? No, because again, come on, look where we are. Like, it's not weird. It's consistent with where we are. So I think it makes a lot of sense. And thank God we can have these kinds of conversations around it. All of my moral policing is in good humor, tongue-in-cheek. I hope everybody understands that. Do you think that Love is equally as bad as Joe? I mean, yeah. Like, is she different? Probably, yeah. Has he finally met his match? Yeah, apparently. You'll have to tune in, won't you? I don't know, though. I mean, it's not up to me. I just make the words come to life. What can you tease about the neighbor at the end of the season? I know literally nothing. Here's my theory. It says, do you have any theories? Yeah, I think they're probably not going to use the woman they cast because they didn't know what they were going to do. This is the way like television works, no matter if it's good or bad or anything in between. It's just, you can't know more than where you're at. There's so much that goes into writing a season, conceiving a season for the writers. I mean, they've got to arc out. I mean, it's a lot. It's an organizational friggin' feat. Yeah, I mean, he had to go back to his original Joe pattern of literally the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence, this fantasy. I'm most interested in what's gonna happen between Love and Joe because they have a child, spoiler alert. It'd be great if I always said spoiler alert after. I always spoil. That's what I'm gonna start doing. Yeah, I have no theories. I think that it's probably not gonna go in the direction that it seems like it is right at the end. I think it's probably gonna they're gonna do what they want and deal with the neighbor. I don't know. Killer. That's terrible. And we can even joke about that. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't yet, please check out You Season 2 on Netflix. Not the first season.
That's great.